the clock winds down. Pro football picks. As the clock winds down. As the clock winds down. If it takes a lifetime, if it takes forever, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Whatever it takes.
TikTok Live, Fred's Pro Football Picks on Channel 79 Spectrum and Channel 35 FIOS. Facebook Live.
Hey everybody, woo! Good evening. Do we have a wonderful show ahead for you? My name is Raquel.
And I'm Miranda.
And you're watching Fred's Pro Football Picks. Fred, throw me the ball.
95!
Woo!
Yes, you got it!
Wow, I'm still injured. Hey, Miranda's here. Hut 95!
I got it!
Wow, are we in the screen? Yeah, here we are. We got a full house tonight. Anyway, how you doing out there? The Jets, they won last week. And the Giants won. So the Giants and the Jets won, everybody. We got them behind us on the screen. With the first time in a long time that both teams won and covered. I think they covered, yeah. Actually, they were both underdogs. And Raquel, you picked the Monday night game. She picked San Francisco Monday night. I can't believe it. They look terrible. See, that's what I don't understand. As the clock winds down, I can't understand. San Francisco looked like, forget it, they weren't going anywhere. All of a sudden, they give the quarterback, who knew? They gave the quarterback a contract. He was happy. The team was happy, and they played like San Francisco normally plays, like they played in the Super Bowl. You know, because they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was bad. But anyway, all right, we got a great song Raquel's going to sing tonight. And, another patriotic song because, you know, we love America, and that's what the show is for. You know, American sport, football,
Yep,
pro
we love
football.
our football.
And God bless America, everybody. And, we did the song for Florida last week. That was great. They're still recovering. It was a terrible thing what happened. My godfather's son didn't make it in the storm. Imagine that. I actually knew somebody that was in it. You know, I haven't seen him in a long time, but he was a relative. Prayers to him, you know, and anybody else that had bad times, you know. That was horrible. God bless. All right. So anyway, the first game, everybody, here we go. Here we go. The Colts. Now the Colts are playing the Broncos. Broncos at home. You know, the Broncos play at home. They're a good team at home. They're right.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos are a good team. I mean, they're, what is it, 5.5 or what is it? I think 3.5, right? 3.5. And
Hey, Peter.
yeah, 3.5 points.
I know.
And 43. I'm going to take the Broncos. I think I'm going to, 43 is low. I'm going to take Broncos and over. What do you think, Miranda?
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to make it.
Broncos and over, everybody. Oh, no! Wow, AOC made it to the French Pro Football Picks. Holy Toledo! Brian, where'd you get that picture?
I thought you got that picture.
That's a, yeah, well, yeah, but you gave it to me. Don't you blame it on me. Brian, you know, he likes his antics. You know, we got antics on the show. Listen, everybody, you got to make football fun. You know, there's a lot of people. You know, the wives and a lot of them they sit in front of this thing and then their husbands are like, I'm gonna go out. I don't. You know, they don't enjoy it like the men do. You know. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But listen, some of them do.
I'm there just to bug the guys. So.
Yeah. Oh, you bug them?
Yeah.
Yeah. You annoy them, especially when they're losing, right?
Exactly.
When they're losing, you really bug them. I can't believe it. One time I got so mad, I put my hand through the ceiling, and it went straight through the ceiling. I was hanging from the ceiling.
Oh,
And it was as the clock winds down, I got
I
beat.
would believe
Wow.
that.
I got beat. Yeah, that's what happens. What do you think men like the game for? We like the punishment.
Right.
We like to get beat up.
And you just need us there to bring you the food.
Right, bring you the food and just say, oh, I'm sorry you lost, son.
Right.
Next week will be a better week. At least you got me.
Yeah.
At least you got me, right?
Exactly.
Honey, don't worry about a thing. If you ain't got that swing, you'll get that thing. No, wait. Stop. Forget it. I'm trying to...
Do we need to behave?
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're going to behave.
We got to behave anyway. Well, we got our sponsors tonight. We got Bella Beans Cafe, everybody. Let's hear it for them, Bella Beans. They provided the pastries and the
So
you know
good. The
the crumb cake.
coffees,
Yeah, everything.
the lattes.
The crumb cakes, the lattes, the mates, sautés, whatever you know, you go there and they say, oh, I want this. Anything you want, they can make.
Yeah, true.
It's amazing. They make up things.
You got Oriental.
All right, Oriental Plaza.
Yeah.
We got Diddly D,
Diddle D, bagel.
Bagel and Deli.
Deli, yes.
Bagel and Deli. See how we do it?
Everything bagel.
Then we got Oriental
Fun.
Plaza. We got High
Hi.
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Hi, tobacco.
Right. Oh, and if you want to invest your money wisely, A
J.
C.
advises. They will invest your money wisely, everybody. Be warned. Brian's throwing me the flag because he invested his money wisely and he's down a little bit of. Hey, listen, you gotta stay. Listen, whoever's got money invested, you gotta stay calm. Everything's gonna be all right. I promise you that. And if it's not, just follow my picks and I'll make you a winner by the end of the year. And if I don't, go see Brian. He'll take care of you. All right. Wow. Brian invests his money very wisely. Colts at the Broncos. All right, we're taking the Broncos, everybody. Big.
Broncos.
Big. This week, I'm not. What do you think? You agree with me?
I'm going with the Colts.
Oh, my God. There we go. I'm ruined.
I'm going with the Broncos. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
you are going with the
I'm going with the
Broncos.
Broncos.
All right, what are you
Sorry
going
about
with?
Broncos.
Broncos? All right, we're all with the Broncos, everybody. The Broncos. Ride 'em, Cowboy. Away. Wow, we got calls already. All right. Tell them we'll call them later. Giants at the Packers. +8. Who do you like in this game? The Packers. Now, the Packers, wait. Oh, they're going at the Packers, and they're +8. See, it's not who wins or loses when you're talking about FanFuel. It's if you wager on the game, I'm not saying you have to wager on the game, but I'm saying if you do wager on the game, you're laying 8 points. So that means if the Giants lose by 5, right, Miranda? You know how it goes now.
Yeah.
Right? If they lose by 5, who wins as a bettor?
The other team.
No. The Giants. The Giants still win because they're +5. They're +8. So if they lose by 5, they're still a winner. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you go to FanFuel, you have a drink, I think I'm going to get FanFuel tonight. Well, it's called FanDuel. I call it FanFuel.
Oh, because they're getting 8 points. I get it.
Right.
Yes.
So you have to minus that if you're getting
Yeah.
points, but sometimes
Yeah.
you're giving points. Like the first game, the Colts are giving 3.5. Oh no, they're +3.5. So, but we're taking the Broncos because they're home.
Yeah.
Colts are hurt. We'll think, and we'll see what happens. But okay, in this game with the Giants at the Packers, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah.
Be warned. The Navy Blue is going to get me this week. Well, you got to figure. I
They
see.
might have gotten lucky.
Well, a lot of times you see games from past and you think of it in your head, and sure enough, a lot of times you're right. And I see this game as a blowout, but who knows? You know, I mean, the gunslinger looked like Frankenstein again last week. He looked a little bedazzled. So. But I'm not buying into the Giants just yet, especially against the Packers. All right, Steelers at the Bills. 14.5. The Steelers are getting 14.5. Now, if you lose by 2 touchdowns, you're still a winner if you bet the Steelers.
Yes.
All right? You got that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, who are you going to bet on? Wow, Uncle Festa. Wow. We actually know a real Uncle Festa. We really know
That
one.
we do.
We know a real Uncle Festa. And The Steelers at the Bills, everybody. Halloween's in 2 weeks. 14 and a half.
Look at this.
What's that?
It looks orange.
Oh yeah, I know. It changes color.
Nice.
Brian's got a
You're
coloring
ready.
machine out there.
You're ready for Halloween?
Be warned. Put the be warned sign on. All right, everybody, start burning your money in this game against the Steelers. I'm taking the Bills. Be warned. Burn the money. That's another one of our slogans. So
He
don't
really
get
wants
it.
you to burn it, guys.
You know, one time my friend, right? I was playing the football game, the computer game, right? And he says, I beat him 2 games in a row. He says, you beat me the 3rd game. He says, he bet me $50. He says, I'm taking the $50 and I'm burning it in the fire.
Whoa.
And you know what he did?
What did
I
he do?
beat him in the last couple of seconds. Oh, thank you, bro.
You burned it?
Yeah, no, I didn't even know it. All of a sudden, boom, touchdown. Yes, caller. Yes, who's this?
It's sour, friend. I take the Bills.
Take the Bills. You're laying 14 and a half.
Yeah. And then I take the Giants.
Oh, and take the Giants?
Yeah.
You jinx.
What a game.
So he's taking the Giants and what do you say, the Giants and Bills?
The Bills, yeah.
Yeah, well, see already he's jinxing me. Well, I had the Bills. All right, so in this game, Chargers
I'm taking Steelers.
2.5 and Browns 2.5. Browns are plus 2.5. What do you think in this game? The Chargers, they big favorites the first week. They lost. The Browns. I'm taking the Browns, so I like the Browns a lot. Take the brown noses, everybody. Be warned.
Brown noses.
Brown noses. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to do our patriotic song. How do you like that, everybody? So you enjoying the show so far? I hope so. And if you didn't catch our show, we're on all week, so you can catch the reruns of reruns. We're like Lassie Come Home, you know? Oh, I didn't beat Lassie. Remember Lassie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like da 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 da. Remember that song pop? And another one was Magilla Gorilla. Ba da ba da da ba da 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 da. You remember that? Magilla Gorilla, Magilla for sale. Anyway, see how we're having fun? Now that's what you gotta have. When your husband or your boyfriend's watching the game, you gotta have fun with them. You can't just like, oh, this is boring. Excite them a little bit. Maybe they'll get you into the game a little more. Oh, I'm really rolling tonight, Raquel. Wow, we're rocking and rolling tonight. Yeah. Anyway, how you doing out there? Listen, this is better than watching The View. Come on, just think about it. Think about it. Where is the scary lady, Brian? Oh no, well, not yet. We gotta wait. The Jets didn't come up yet. Bears at the Vikings. This is the last game that we're gonna go to our sponsor. Bears at the Vikings. What is that? -7.
Yeah.
So the Vikings, the Bears are plus 7 because they're at the Vikings. In this game, plus the 7. I don't know. I'm going to take the Bears.
Yeah, I was about to
You know,
say
they're a
that.
rivalry game, the rivalry team. Listen, we're not right all the time, but we are right a lot. So just take it calm. See if you got any extra money before your stocks go to nothing. I mean, the stock market, it looks good on the outside, but on the inside, you're lucky if you could find a dime. You know who's got it? Brian.
Oh.
Brian took all the money. Anyway, in this game, we take the Bears and the Lions. All right, we'll go one more. Lions plus 3 at the Patriots.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
a low spread.
That is low.
The Lions have been covering and winning games. Oh, that's tough, right? Yeah, you think
I'm thinking the Lions.
if the Lions are hurt, they got like 5 people hurt.
Go with
You know who
Patriots.
told me that? Mike from Bella Beans. He's a hot pickup, Mike. He's been winning. He's been blowing out fanfuls. Mike from Bella Beans has been blowing out. So we're gonna take. You like the Lions, but I'm gonna go with his pick. I'm taking the Patriots, everybody.
Oh, the Patriots, I remember them.
The Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots.
No, I almost never go against them.
Anyway, you got that song ready, Brian? And then we'll go to another couple. We'll do the next 6, 7 games. And, yeah, we got enough time. Ladies and gentlemen, Raquel our great singer, New York City, everybody.
Feel free to sing along. I know you know this one.
Oh, Timothy. And we just did the Patriots team. That was a great version of that, Raquel.
Great job.
Raquel is a great singer, and she's doing it up for us on Staten Island.
Thanks for having me.
And Miranda's back this week.
Yay, Miranda!
Say hello, Miranda, all your fans out there.
I missed you.
Yeah.
We missed you.
And we're on TikTok Live. We got about 20,000 people watching us on TikTok.
Yeah, probably
right?
about 30,000 at this point.
30,000?
Probably, yeah.
30,000 people on TikTok. How do you like that?
All over the world.
TikTok. The clock is, what's that song?
I'm on TikTok Live, Fred, for you on my TikTok.
TikTok on the clock. We're gonna rock. Don't stop rocking till the clock.
So the clock winds down.
The clock winds down, yeah. What are we up to here? Dolphins, we're having such a good show. Dolphins minus the 3 at the Jets, 46. Who do you like? You know, the way you sing it, you give me that. Oh, yeah, no, you gotta. There you go. That was better than ours. Wow. See, as soon as she hears it, she could. All right, now the Dolphins minus the 3 at 46 over the. Wow, the Jets are at home. Gangrene's coming out with the Jet. Everybody, the Jet. Is this the Jet, Brian? You know, I did an interview with the Jet, right, Brian? We don't have that interview now. We'll leave it there to Cat look at it. All right, leave it there to Cat look at it. In this game, Dolphins are hurt. They got no quarterback. They got that guy that threw an interception last week, another interception. I'm going to take a little bit of an upset here and take Gangrene. Wow.
Oh.
Brian?
I'm taking the challenge.
You challenge it?
I'm challenging it.
Really?
Yes.
I agree with Brian.
All right.
Because Bridgewater and the coach of the Jets, Sally.
Yeah.
These
Sally Fields?
Well, apparently both these two were. Bridgewater would have been a Jet.
Yeah.
But Sally had a problem with Bridgewater.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
I don't
That's
know.
a false rumor.
Be warned. Put up the jerk-offs. All right. See, the jerk-offs. Where are the jerk-offs? They didn't come out. Oh, there they are. The Northern jerk-offs. Look at them. They're a real team. Raquel.
Wow.
Right, Miranda?
Yes.
Miranda?
Yes.
Wow.
Miranda knows they're a real team.
Wow.
Yeah, they're my favorites.
Yeah. So in this game, we're taking the Jets and under. We're going to go for a depressing game here. Seahawks.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
You're taking the, All right. Seahawks at the Saints. See, everybody could pick their own team the way they want. We're just giving it to you. That's why it's who do you like, not only what we like. I mean, I pick them a lot. You know, you got to listen to me because
I'm going to go with the Jets, actually.
I was one of the best. I was one of the best bottom feeder quarterbacks on Staten Island. And then the wind, you know, the only thing is the wind. Mm-hmm. When you throw the ball sometimes, if you hit it's skyrocket, so. Yeah. But I was very accurate. But I was a better receiver. What are you going to do? Can't do everything. They didn't pay me enough money, so I quit.
Oh.
No, I didn't quit. No. That's not true. Oh, man. The best was the Mud Bowl. We played in the mud.
Oh, boy.
Seahawks at the Bucks. -2.5. We didn't miss the Saints, right?
Seahawks at the Saints. Yep.
Right.
Oh, we're done with them?
Saints,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Seahawks at the Saints.
No.
Mm,
Falcons at the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't. All right. But I just want to tell you, Seahawks at the Saints. I'm taking the Seahawks, everybody, plus the 5.5. Falcons
Seahawks.
at the Commandos. Falcons are hot, everybody. I'm taking the Falcons. Be warned with that, right? Oh, the Falcons are playing the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had a sideways cross. Falcons at the Bucks. The Bucks really got beat bad. They're going to come back, but they're playing the Falcons. I'll take the Falcons. I'll go on a limb here. Another upset
Yeah, I
over the
think the
Bucks.
Falcons.
I
Yeah?
do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You think the Bucks,
Yeah.
you mean? I mean the Falcons. right?
Falcons, yeah.
All right, Titans at the Commandos, right? 2.5, -2.5 and 41.5. Titans in the Commandos can't beat themselves. I'm taking the Titans. Commandos still haven't found. I think they're a team that could go 0-11,
Yeah.
0-12. So be warned with that W. Ever since they changed their name, I mean, what's wrong with Washington Redskins? So what? They like to do the powwow, right? Yeah. Raquel's like, yeah, Fred, yeah.
I'm thinking about the food I'm gonna make
Oh, really? Oh, you mean
for the game.
Oh, for the game. That's funny. Yeah, well, that's it. You know, you can have your wife while you're watching the game. You have your wife, your girlfriend cook for you.
Yes.
And if she don't want to cook,
Yes.
and she don't like it, she'll lump it. She'll hit you over the head.
That's good, too.
Texans at the Jaguars, +7 and 41.5. Wow. Texans, I think the Texans +7 could do it. Taking the Texans. 49ers -8, -6 over the Panthers. The 49ers came out smothering, but the Panthers are hot. I'm gonna take the 49ers. Be warned.
Oh, yes.
7 minutes.
No.
Cowboys at the Rams. Cowboys -5.5 at the Ramrodders. -. Wow. The Rams are really hurting bad. But I'm taking the points. I'm taking the Rams. Eagles -5.5. The Cardinals 48.5. Eagles are hot. They're the only team that's not
Eagles, yeah.
not been defeated yet. So I'm taking the
I usually take the Eagles.
yeah. Well, that quarterback, when he goes on a party mode, but I think he's got his eye on the game. The Cardinals are at home. I'm going to take the Cardinals plus the 5.5. Yeah, plus, well, they're getting 5.5. I
I'm
mean,
gonna challenge that one.
Oh.
I challenge him, too.
plus, you don't like the Cardinals?
Absolutely not, especially if they're wearing the alternative black uniforms.
Ah.
The Eagles will wear.
Yeah?
Basically a taunt to the Eagles.
Wow.
That might be
Wow.
an effect in that game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a good observation.
Miranda, show them how you hold the ball with the things on.
This.
All right, now, what do you think of this game? All right, what do you like in this game, Raquel?
I'm gonna say Ravens. Ravens all the way. Oh, which one?
Eagles.
Eagles. I'm gonna say the
Cardinals.
Eagles.
You're going to say the Eagles?
Yes.
I'm going to take the Cardinals with the points, but I think I'm getting a sucking bet. Bengals at the what? Bengals at the Ravens? It is, right?
Oh.
Okay, Bengals at the Ravens. The Bengals had another bad week. But the Ravens, I'm going to take the Bengals. And Monday night, football. If you're down on your luck, remember last week I said the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders. So in this game, the Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You like the Ravens?
I like the Ravens.
All right, we'll take the Ravens. We'll take the Ravens, all right? If you're at FanFood, just say, listen, go up to the booth and say, listen, I watched Fred's Pro Football Picks, and he's been hot, and he said the Ravens, so I'm going with the Ravens. Give me 50,000 Litos on the Ravens. Wow. Oh, I got a friend that he loads up. He loves tonight. I think he said, yeah, he loves the Broncos tonight, and he's not fooling around. And I'm not fooling around either. I think he's right. Right? We all like them.
Yeah.
I mean, go with the Broncos big.
Yeah,
You start off the week with a moolah, and then you reinvest.
Yeah.
Reinvest. And if you don't win, what do, Brian? You burn the money.
You just burn it.
Burn it in the fire. +7
There you go.
and
There you go.
+7 at the Chiefs. Wow, the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. I don't understand. They changed the Washington Redskins, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they didn't change. Isn't that something? They changed one team, Indians, but they don't change the other Indians. Isn't that something? But you know why? Because those are the real Indians. That's why. Because Kansas City, they didn't take the land there. They just took the water. That's why they're thirsty. Oh no, I'm only kidding. Listen, see, I'm trying to be funny today. Am I funny yet?
Yeah, you're funny.
Are you funny yet?
Yeah.
Am I funny yet?
Take a joke, y'all.
Are you funny yet, Brian? We're gonna do. Brian, do you have any ultimate picks? All right, so we got the Colts, we got the Broncos tonight, big everybody. Then we got the Packers, big. We got the Bills in a landslide. We got the Chargers. We got the Bears over the Vikings. The Lions and the Patriots. We took the Patriots. All right, let's put on the Coney Island song. We're gonna start partying now. Everybody in Staten Island, dance to our song. This is an original song. It was written by me, and Miranda's. Raquel's going to be singing some of the flashy leads on the song. Miranda's going to be in the video. You're going to be in the video. Oh, yeah. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we love you out there. So enjoy the show. And if you see anybody in the street, say, oh, I see Fred's Pro Football Pictures. It's great. It's the best show on TV. That's what you got to say. Don't worry about it. If you don't feel it, say it. Listen, there's nobody more funny than me. And we got the nicest, hottest girls on Fred's Pro Football Picks. And we got I like the way I said that, Brian. You jinxed me on that one. Fred's Pro Football Picks of the week, everybody. Tonight, you let it ride. Watch the mermaid swim by. Anybody been to Coney Island? That's what I wrote this song on. By and by.
Come on, turn it up, Brian.
Turn it up, Brian. Pump it up a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Hot dog. Where you come from? Brooklyn. I come from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York, I come. Staten Island. Is that an island? Is Staten Island an island? Yes, it is an island. It's an island, everybody. Coney Island. Don't let it. Come on, sing it. On this song, great lead part on this song, everybody. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna sing it all together. All of Staten Island. Don't let the summer go by. Don't let the summer go by. Coney Island ride. Written by Fred Coscia. Don't let the summer go by. Sung by Raquel. The Coney Island ride. Yeah, come on. Don't let the summer go by. Don't let it go by. There you go. The video up there now, yeah. There's a wonder wheel. There's a mermaid. By and by. I was there this year. You been there, Coney Island?
I missed it.
You been there, Miranda? You were there this year, no? All right. You gotta come to Coney Island, everybody. It's a great place to ride the wonder wheel. You're on the wonder wheel. When you're on the wonder wheel. Remember, Fred's Pro Football Picks of the Week. We love you out there. God bless you. God bless everybody in Florida.
We
the best,
love you.
everybody. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.
Have a great night. Pick the right teams.
Pick the right team, yeah.
See ya. Give
See
me
ya.
your money.
Let's figure this out. I'm gonna do it on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Staten Island, it's the Staten Island Comedy Show with your host,
Our next guest,
Yes.
Miranda Panda.
Is Adam Chandler.
All right.
Adam, where are you from?
I am from New Jersey. I grew up in a town called Livingston, the home of Jason Alexander, George Costanza, and Chelsea Handler. And I live in West Orange, which is the former home of Rascals Comedy Club, one of the classic, now defunct comedy clubs.
That was the best.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
where I
an
used to sneak in
interesting-
and learn comedy.
That is some interesting facts that you got
That you
there.
didn't ask for, but I gave you anyway.
No, but it's interesting. I like it. What got you into comedy? Was it that rich culture around you?
I always loved stories, and I thought the funniest stories were the best stories, and it didn't hurt to have a track coach who was the bouncer at Rascals who would sneak me in and have me hang out in the back and watch up-and-coming and name comics, and I just fell in love with the whole atmosphere.
You know, one of my managers for many years was one of the managers at that Rascals
Wow.
Comedy Club. Yeah, her name
Small
was Linda
world.
Cork.
Linda Cork, okay. Craig Reiner was my track coach and bouncer, so it's a good thing Rascals is not around because he would have gotten fired for sneaking me.
And who is your favorite comedian?
So I've got a Mount Rushmore. Dennis Miller is actually one of my favorites. I have to look up everything he says, but just something about cerebral comedy. Eddie Murphy, the Eddie Murphy comedian and Delirious tapes I wore out over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal and George Carlin. That was my Mount Rushmore.
Wow,
Those guys.
nice. Great Mount Rushmore.
Well, what a difference in some of their styles.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, look at Eddie Murphy's Raw, and
Yes.
then look at, what was that, the first?
Well, you had
first
Dennis
one?
Miller.
Dennis Miller.
Yeah,
So look
the
at Dennis
Off-White
Miller.
album. The
Yeah, look
Off-White
at
album.
Dennis Miller, and then Raw on the other side, and wow,
Yeah.
you got a wide range.
Well, it's like music, right? People have eclectic tastes in music. I think you can have eclectic tastes in comedy.
And where can they find you?
So my Instagram is @adam.d.here, as in here. I also co-host a podcast called Bad to the Dad, where we interview dads of all shapes and stripes and sizes. So @BadToTheDad is our Instagram, and my Facebook is Adam D. Chandler.
Wow, that is freaking awesome. You got
You
it?
market, right? You gotta run yourself like a business.
Yes.
Exactly.
You got a set for us tonight?
I think I can put something together in a few minutes.
Okay, we'll do it.
Adam D. Chandler, ladies and gentlemen.
And I look at Freddie, and all I can think of is, let's make Freddie great again.
He likes that.
Well, if I knew there were going to be so many people here, I would have brought my t-shirt cannon. Because everybody loves free underwear being shot from a plastic tube, right? The other day I was at a sporting event and I saw a constitutional lawyer said, "Get out of my way, pregnant woman, I have to have that t-shirt that says, 'Let's go Devils.'" So the same people that get excited when they know which hat the ball is under in the Jumbotron shell game. It's a different world. I don't get it. So, very nice. Great to be here in Staten Island. I have driven through here many times. Great to actually park the car. Speaking of parking and driving, big news for my family, and I thought I would wait till tonight to tell all you fine people.
All right.
My wife and I are adopting. We're adopting a highway. Apparently that's something you can do. Just like Madonna goes to Africa and adopts 5 kids, you can adopt a stretch of roadway. So we have an adorable section of the New Jersey Turnpike. Mostly the Newark exits because we're woke. Woke-ish. I'm looking to develop a relationship bond with my highway. So the other day I went out to the Turnpike and I took a ball and I rolled it out to the highway, hoping my highway would roll the ball back. It did not, but that's okay. Maybe it's not into sports. It's all right. But as I was rolling my ball out into the highway, people were honking and screaming at me, saying, "Stop throwing crap out into the highway." And I said, "Maybe you just don't understand the bond that an adoptive father needs to have with his highway." They'll learn. They'll learn. Very excited about developing this relationship with my highway. I'm just a little nervous because I feel like when my highway turns 18, it's going to want to meet its biological highway. I don't know if I can handle that kind of trauma. So I am a dad, and yeah, I don't know if that's an achievement or not. It seems like anybody can do it these days. But I am a dad. I love being a dad, but getting very, very nervous because kids are so much smarter than they were at my age. And it has nothing to do with the electronics, even though we call my kids the IT department in the house. But the other day I played Scrabble with my son. And he beat me at Scrabble by the whopping margin of 225 points. Woo. Now my kid is not a genius, so you might be wondering, how did my 13-year-old son beat me, a man of clearly elevated intellect in a way with words, by the whopping margin of 225 points? Here's how a 13-year-old beats you at Scrabble by that margin. When your son, your 13-year-old son, pulls the letters to open up the game with groins, you are not going to win at Scrabble. And he didn't stop there. Building on the S in groins, it was turds, followed by the word farter. Not fart, but farter, as if it's an occupation. Triple word score. I said, "Son, I got to call you out on that. I don't think it's a real word." He said, "Dad, look it up." Sure enough, I did. Thank you, Webster's, for encouraging the Prepubescent Society of America. You're probably wondering what letters I got. I got vowels. And not all the vowels. I got 3 E's, 3 I's, and a U. Do you know what you can spell, Freddie, with 3 E's, 3 I's, and a U?
It's got to be a wine.
Close. You can spell what you're saying when you're having a stroke. Or maybe the next Shakira song. But if you thought raising young boys was tough, I'm sure I don't have to tell all of you who have teenage girls. This is a nightmare I could never dream of. So if I seem a little shaken up, if I seem a little off my game, if I seem a little unsturdy, it's because I have Pop 5 Xanaxes, because my 16-year-old daughter just got her permit, and she only wants to drive with Dad. So when the keys jingle, my wife runs to the next area code. It's just me. So now every time we get on the highway, my daughter becomes Sandra Bullock in Speed, but I don't get to be Keanu Reeves. I'm every poor bastard on the bus, hoping that Sandra doesn't go under 50. But in my sad reality, I actually hope Dennis Hopper hits the button and blows the whole thing up. I'm glad you laughed at that. Usually when I tell that bit, "Oh, Adam, I'd be in the mirror, I'd be like, "Hello, Jennifer, you look lovely in that ensemble. Those shoes are very pretty. I was wondering if you would like to go out with me for a delicious ice cream treat at the Carvel. Perhaps we could split an ice cream saucer, my treat." I thought by being more formal and polite that I would get more dates, but it actually got me more single. But now these guys, there's really nothing to it. The other day, this guy reached out to my daughter and he said, "You're pretty. Let's get Panera." And he didn't even call her. He texted her. And he didn't even spell Panera right. His autocorrect kicked in. "Oh, I think you're pretty. Let's get some Panther." You look like a girl who might like a large black jungle cat. Come on. My goodness. So I know you're all probably wondering, what's it like being named Adam D. Chandler when there's a comedian who does this whole thing perfectly well named Adam Chandler? I've heard of it. I'll tell you what it's like. It is like being the prophet, Jesus H. Christ. during the time of another guy. But you know what? I think there's enough miracles to go around. You had Jesus, you had the Jesus. Sorry, we'll start with him. You had the Jesus who would turn water into wine. And then you had Jesus H. Christ, who would turn water into an effervescent lemon lime soda. There's something for everyone. You had the Jesus who would give sight to the blind and help the limp walk. And then you had Jesus H. Christ, who just wanted to cure male pattern balding. A miracle for everyone. Folks, you've been great. My name is Adam D. Chandler. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
We're really fired up tonight, Fred.
I'll tell you, he made Adam Sandler proud.
Look good. So, we have another thing. Al, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The book, the cover, the dynamic cover of this book, it was awesome, right? It was a lot of fun. And you were on the virtual show, and I put together a little bit that you were actually, your face was in the microphone head.
Right.
Because the whole cover is your face in the microphone head.
With a cigar.
With a cigar,
Right.
and you are the microphone.
Right.
So if they had that rolling ready.
Well, that's a funny question, Evan, because we had a couple of different options originally for how we were going to do the front cover. So initially, the front cover was going to be what the back cover is now, which is a serious photo of me, for lack of a better word, a pensive shot of me at the dinner table with my family. And then we decided to switch it to something a little funnier, since it is a book about my career in stand-up comedy. So Drew Tessier, who produces a great comedy festival at my club and a monthly gay show at the Broadway Comedy Club, and is a great and very talented graphic artist, came up with the design. He also wound up designing the cover for my wife's soon-to-be-released book as well. So he came up with something that incorporated my my signature cigar, which I usually smoke, as well as comedy, the microphone head, and my picture. And it came out, and a lot of people loved it, and that's really how it got started.
Okay.
Wow.
Jody Oliver. Our next guest is...
Yes. Peter Blitzman.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well.
And Peter, how did you get into comedy?
I used to have a top secret security clearance in the Pentagon, and I made a dare with another engineer that I could keep the generals awake.
Oh. Okay.
It didn't work.
Well, what do you believe sets you apart from other comedians?
Social distancing.
And while you were performing, did you have any funny bloopers?
Other than silence?
Or crickets.
What's your favorite comedy TV show?
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yeah.
And where can we find you on Facebook or?
Yeah, Facebook, LinkedIn. I have my own website. I'm on Instagram, Glissworks.
Glissworks.
My ex-wife's lawyer.
Any shows coming up?
I have used the last set I did from the Staten Island Comedy Show to audition for several comedy festivals, so I will certainly keep you guys posted.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You
good.
yeah.
And do you have a set for us?
I do. Back to Staten Island. I'm actually from Staten Island, or as most people from Staten Island would say, Staten Island, sorry. I mean, you know, just saying the word Staten Island, you feel like you're in confession and you're admitting to tax fraud. Yeah, but I'm actually, it's all about a positive spin. I'm from the South Shore of Staten Island, so, you know, you can smile when you say a lot of things when you're describing the South Shore of Staten Island, like Lemon Creek, Wolf's Pond Park. Think about the North Shore of Staten Island. I graduated from Monsignor Farrell High School in 1980, so I grew up on Staten Island in the 1970s. It's a much different world today. Like, if you wanted to meet, like, I went to an all-boys Catholic high school. If you wanted to meet women who spoke Spanish on Staten Island in 1978, you had to hang out near the courthouse. It's kind of a strange place. But I recently turned 60 last Tuesday, thank you. I'd say that I'm dating myself, but at this point it's mostly carbon dating. But I can still do everything I did 40 or more years ago. I still swim. I'm a body surfer. I spent my summer, my birthday weekend at the beach. I still ski in the wintertime. I ride city bike about 800 miles a year. But the only thing I can't do is communicate with younger people. I'm in acting school, which is a whole other story, but every single other student in my acting school is more than half my age. They're in their late 20s. So they invited me out to karaoke night a couple of weeks ago. So I get there, and they're talking about Notorious Big. I thought maybe we were going to film a porn movie. They were asking me about The Killers. I thought maybe there was another school shooting. Finally, this one young woman says, "Do you know that song by Meatloaf?" I was like, "You mean Paradise by the Dashboard Light?" She starts jumping up and down. Oh, can we do a duet? I said, "Yeah, little point of reference. St. George Theater, March 1978. A Meatloaf concert was my first date." And she said, "Well, it's more than 40 years before I was born." That was pretty bad. That was kind of embarrassing, but you know, I'm okay. I mean, you know, the way I look at it, I try to put a positive spin on things. I'm over 60. I used to drink in old man's bars. Now I drink in bars. I used to date older women. Now I date women. I'm pitching a reality show about my sex life. Antiques Roadshow. I've taken stock of my life. You know, I've had a lot of success, a lot of failure. You know, mainly in comedy. But I'm divorced, thanks. Twice, thanks. So first time I got married was 1990. Second time I got married was 2012. So I had a lot of time during the pandemic to listen to a lot of music, and it occurred to me the first time I was married to the band Nirvana. The second time I got married, I was married to the band The Foo Fighters. I listened to a lot of music on Amazon while I was sitting in my apartment during the 5-week lockdown when I couldn't work, and it occurred to me every single song by Nirvana and The Foo Fighters sounds just like both of my marriages. Guitar solo. Take away the guitar solos. That's both of my marriages. My second ex-wife heard me do that set. She called me up. She said, "It didn't sound like that." Yes, it did. She said, "Well, you know, I didn't really want to be your trophy wife. I wanted to be a partner." Why? Dave Grohl was the drummer in Nirvana. He's the leader of the Foo Fighters. He had a partner in Nirvana named Kurt Cobain. You know what he did? He put a gun to his stomach and pulled the trigger. Dave Grohl had a partner in the Foo Fighters named Taylor Hawkins. He was the drummer. You know what he did? He died of a drug overdose. Partnership is not all it's cracked up to be. This is what I'm going to say about relationships. Don't be in a relationship. If you're going to be in a relationship, don't get married. If you're going to get married, don't have kids. If you have kids, make sure they're criminals. Have you ever heard of a reform school shooting? Maybe I just overthink these things. I'm an engineer. I haven't always been an engineer. I thought about becoming a mortician because I like sex. When I was a little kid, I told my parents I wanted to study anthropology. My father went apeshit. In graduate school, I took a course in evolution. I felt like a fish out of water. So I went to Catholic school for 12 years, also known as Atheist Prep. You guys know about Catholics? You touch yourself, you're going to hell. You touch little boys, you're going to Boston.
Oh, man.
Catholics are big on funerals. Personally, I'm going to get cremated. I like to think outside the box. Catholics like pain. You know how much Catholics like pain? They took the Bible and they added more chapters. So I'm a failed actor, thanks. I don't take direction well. I was at a commercial audition. This casting director says, "Can you be a little more Catholic?" I forgave him. There's a problem with acting. There's the craft of acting, and there's the business of acting. And when you're at school for the craft of acting, you just spend a lot of time making friends that talk about something they can't do, which is act. When you're at school for the business of acting, you hear people talk about things that they don't do, which is earn a living as an actor. But I think I'm starting to get the hang of it after 24 years of attempting to do this. Have you guys seen a demonstration of the craft of acting? Now o'er the one-half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder alarmed by his sentinel the wolf, whose howls is watched thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides moves like a ghost. You want to see the business of acting? My wife gets my Viagra from Uber Eats. I'm really hoping that I can have a successful career as something other than an engineer. I mean, I live on the Upper West Side. My life is going pretty well, but it's really hard. You know, I do auditions. I'm just hoping this whole thing works out. You know, I'm at that age where you just want things to work out. Right? So I won't be getting married a third time. Growing up on Staten Island was difficult because I had to take over my parents' house, and they were pack rats, and they lived together over 60 years. Then my dad passed away, my mother was in a nursing home, so I had to take over their house, and I started to clean out the things, and I know we got to sell my parents' house. I get in my parents' basement. First thing I saw was 4,000 tote bags. I cleaned them out. You know what I found underneath? 4,000 more tote bags. After my dad passed away, my mother became very religious. But what we didn't know is that she used to go to the Christmas store to get religious figurines, but it was right next door to the liquor store. She was a high-functioning vodka drunk. So she'd come home with these bags of like the baby Jesus, the teenage Jesus, Jesus and Mary, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Have you ever seen the Chia Pet Jesus? You smear mud and seeds on his face, 3 days later, Jesus. But underneath, it was Grey Goose, it was Gilby's, it was Beefeater. So it was so weird when I finally got to the point of, I was looking for my dad's ashes, and there was a cardboard box right next to my mother's bed that said religious figurines. And right next to it was this other cardboard box that says Dad's ashes. I opened them both up, and they both had empty bottles of vodka. And I thought to myself, where are my dad's ashes? Probably in a tote bag. You guys will be great. My name is Pete Blitzman. Thank you.
It's like a bowling alley. They're knocking down those pins.
Knock them down.
So Al, let me ask you a final question about the book.
Yeah.
Now, in the book, what is your overall description of the book that you wrote? Did it on a dare?
I think it talks a lot about my history in comedy and the people I started with, different interactions with them. Some were positive, some were negative. It talks a lot about the golden rules of comedy. You know, I wanted to make the book interesting to both the comedy world and to the general public who might want to buy the book. So obviously you need the celebrities, Sarah Silverman, Jim Gaffigan, Kevin Hart, the chapters on those people and my interactions with them. And then you also need, I wanted to give some tips to comedians, as we've done some of them tonight, and a lot more of them in the book.
Oh, good. So
Try to walk that little line.
Right, right. So if you get the book, for inspiring comedians, this is very good. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, you can take all the comedy classes in the world, you could take all the lessons you want, but, you know, I think these little golden rules that I give in the book is probably the greatest bargain you're ever going to get in your life.
Awesome. And you're a comedy club owner. You own many comedy clubs in Florida, New York City, a few more than what you have now.
Right. I owned the New York Comedy Club, Broadway Comedy Club, Greenwich Village Comedy Club, New York Comedy Club in Boca Raton, Florida. I've managed comedians. I was a comedian. I was on national TV. So there's not an aspect of the business that I haven't really been involved in. So I tried to really give some, as my legacy, I wanted to give some of that back because I know what it was like to start as that, you know, young person for the first time at a comedy club doing an open mic and, you know, not getting laughs because everybody's thinking about their material when they go up, you know.
Right. Do you have any questions?
It's a good book to, you know, people will learn, you know, comedians. It's,
yeah.
It's definitely, they're going to...
I'm one of the only comedy club owners in New York who is actually a comedian, so...
Yeah. And the experience you have, it's great.
Yeah, you work on it.
There's nothing like live, you know, on, you know, live, doing it live and making mistakes and...
Right. There's nobody that's going to be able to give people the advice from both ends of it, having been a comic and what comedy club owners look for. Let's face it, the goal of the comedian is to work the rooms, the comedy clubs.
Yeah.
So in this book, we discuss what it is I'm looking for in comedians.
Okay, well, that's the end of the show. That's great. Thank you, Al, for all that insight, for your professionalism. Thank you, Miranda Panda. Thank you, Jody Oliver. Thank you, Freddie Coscia. And Freddie Coscia, you're going to roll us out and give some sponsors?
Sponsors, AJC
Advisors. Oriental Plaza.
Tiffany Bagel and Deli.
Yes. Provided the food.
How about Bella Beans Cafe?
Bella Beans Cafe.
They provided the crumb cake tonight.
The crumb cake, beautiful crumb cake, and the best coffee.
The crumb cake.
The best coffee in Staten Island. Here we go.
Come on, everybody. See you next time.
When you drive, it takes brains. Your whole